It's my pleasure to introduce Lawrence Last, the owner of Heesen Shipyard. Lawrence, thanks very much indeed for joining us. If there's anyone here who's contemplating buying a shipyard themselves, what would your advice be to them?
I think it's a lot of fun buying a shipyard, and it's probably easier than buying a yacht itself. But then the process started. I think when you buy a yacht, you have a lot of pleasure afterwards. When you buy a shipyard, you buy a lot of problems, so which needs to be solved. And I was kind of impressed with their, let's say, manufacturing approach. I think they had a very nice, lean manufacturing approach, good facilities. But as an owner, I felt a little bit not taken care of, like you want, being treated as an owner. So I think that's very easy to solve. So I think I bought a very good functioning operational shipyard, which we're trying to make a little bit more sexy now.
What do you know now that you didn't know then?
I bought two companies. Initially, I thought I bought a shipyard, but what I learned is we have a very beautiful interior manufacturing facility in the east of Holland, which I didn't see when I bought the shipyard. So after buying the shipyard, I went to that factory and I thought, wow, this is amazing. So we built all the interior in-house for all our yachts, very high class. I would not say craftsman people, but more artists. So that was a very positive surprise. I think we did a big restructuring in the first 6 months. We saved 17 million running costs, operational costs. So I think I'm very proud of that. So that means that if we build a yacht, the price per GT will go down because we reduced our total cost of, let's say, of running the company. And now we're launching a lot of new designs, which I'm personally involved, and it's like a product development process, which is really very nice to experience. We have all engineering in-house. So we bring in the engineers in the beginning of the design process, which I think is very relevant for any product development process. So it's not that we design a boat and then we start engineering it. During the design, we engineer it. I'm impressed with the skills we have on that regard. And again, I think what we were missing at Heesen is a little bit understanding the yacht experience. Be at the places where the yacht owners are. So the yacht owners are in Dubai, Monaco, in St. Barts, in the United States. And I think we need to understand that world in order to please the customers and to give the potential clients, the feeling I want to belong to the Heesen, let's say, family. Yeah. And that's what we created.
Talk us through your vision for Heesen. Where are you planning to take it and sort of the business model?
Yeah, so it's not a secret that our market is between, I would say, the 500T and the 2000 GT. And while our spec boats, which we'll continue to build, so we're not changing that business model because I think that's really the strength of Heesen, that we build those spec boats because you can build very efficiently. You always have a nice utilization of your shipyard. But we're going to focus a little bit more on the bigger GT. Because I think the market in the 500 GT, we compete a lot with the Italian shipyards, which is a more competitive market. I think for us, the market above the 500 GT, let's say from 1000 to 2000, is more appealing to us. So that's a change we are making. Then Heesen originally manufactured aluminium boats for the Russian market. People want to go fast. I don't think that demand is there. So all the new yachts we're launching are steel yachts. And what we're trying to do now is to come up with designs which are appealing to the different kind of clients into that segment where we are active, let's say between the 50 and 80 meter segment. So that means we are designing an Explorer. We're working on a very kind of an entertainment boat. I call it a residence explorer. We go to a yacht, which, we are introducing a yacht which is more focused on the classic modern yacht owner. So we try to identify what kind of owners do you have in the segment, and we're trying to come up with designs for the different group of owners, which I think is also. And every owner has a different definition, but the themes are spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, explore, discover, being outside, that's what all the owners are looking for. And that's obviously very nice to participate in that process.
So how hands-on are you in terms of the shipyard? How involved are you on a daily basis?
The first 6 months a lot. So I've been involved a lot in, trying to create a new culture in the company. I call it the new Heesen. And I think, especially in the beginning, because if you want to change something in a company, there's always a lot of resistance. Nobody likes change. Everybody likes to keep everything the same. So you really have to push it in the beginning, and that's what I did. And then I did it a lot, and people always, at the end of the day, then especially if they feel that the future is vibrant, exciting, they buy into that very quickly.
You mentioned things that you've changed there. Give us an example of something that you changed within the culture of the company, or mechanically or whatever at the company at the start.
So we were developing products more from the manufacturing side, and I think you need to turn it upside down. You need to look, where is the market looking for, what kind of designs, what is the owner, what kind of owners belong there, and then you build that yacht and you make sure your production outfit is suited for that. Understanding and bringing in captains, crew in the processes, I think also has changed a lot. So I had my Heesen team, some of the design people on my existing yacht for a week. So I think that's very important to understand the product you are designing and manufacturing, and also how it's being used.
So just to expand on that then, you're sort of advocating building like a digital twin of the yacht, so you can compare what's going on in real time, is that right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of advantage for the owner, and there's a lot of advantage for the shipyard doing this, because if you get the data, you can use the data to improve your, so if you see, for example, filters has to be changed every 2 weeks, and maybe if you modify it and you can make it, change it every 2 months, so you have less operational issues. I think data and automation on board can help that the crew is really working on pleasing, the experience of the client, instead of doing cleaning of the boats or technical maintenance or vacuum cleaning and those kind of jobs. So I think what we're looking at is how can we automate that to give a better experience to the client.
You mentioned the word fun there. I mean, are you doing this for fun, or are you doing this to make money?
Oh, I think making money is fun. Losing money is not fun. So I think it's a combination. I think, also in my prior work, I never considered my work as work. And also my children are saying that to me. So I traveled the world. I was in different time zones. I was flying to the United States and didn't take a shower, go directly in meetings. And because this is passion. And I think everything, if you do something with passion, and then you succeed, then you have success, then it's fun, and then you make money. I think that's a consequence of what you're doing. I see the same, my experience the same now. So my involvement at Heesen is a lot with the product development, the creative side of the business, which I really love. So if I have a conference call scheduled and we start talking about the new designs with the design company and with the engineers, I don't look at it as work. For me, it's like, oh, nice, I have the meeting. I'm happy. Where are we now with the design process? And I study in advance, the progress in results, and it's a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Okay, we will leave it there. Laurens, thank you very much indeed for coming.
No, you're welcome.